This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Before we get into it, I want to take a moment and pause and remember the 2,977 lives that were lost on September 11th, 2001. Throughout the morning, please take time to pause and remember them at 8:46 a.m., 9:03 a.m., 9:37, and 10:03 a.m. Thank you. If you're looking for ways to remember 9/11, there are several events that are going on around the county. Over at the Naval Academy, starting this morning at 9 a.m., they've got their 9/11 Run to Remember, and they're going to have small groups of midshipmen that are going to run continuously around the yard with the American flag. That will go until 6:25, when the last runners will run through Stribling and into Tecumseh Court. At 6:30, there will be reflection, and they will retire the colors in the evening in Tecumseh Court, which will be followed by a guest speaker, New York City firefighter Lieutenant John Breen, who served as a first responder in New York City on September 11th, 2001. To get onto the Naval Academy, of course, you are going to need proper identification. Up in Millersville at the Anne Arundel County Police Headquarters, County Executive Stuart Pittman, Fire Chief Tricia Wolford, and Deputy Police Chief William Lowry will gather at 9:30 for a very brief ceremony, a moment of silence, and then county officials will place a wreath at the 911 memorial. That does have a piece of steel from the Twin Towers, and that memorial was installed under former County Executive John Leopold. Later on this afternoon at 4:30, there's a 9/11 Remember, Honor, Teach 5K and 1 mile family fun run walk at Quiet Waters Park. Free admission to the park. You can get in there at 4:30. At 5:30, there will be a remembrance ceremony, and at 6 p.m., the runners and walkers will begin. Sliding into the news, just before 4 a.m. yesterday morning, the Annapolis Police Department responded to the Royal Farms store at 6th and Chesapeake in the Eastport section of Annapolis. According to the clerk, a male suspect wearing a black face mask entered the store and approached the employees. He said that he had a gun, demanded money, and after taking the money, he fled the store. Annapolis police officers were not able to locate a suspect. And if you're keeping track, that is the 5th time this Royal Farms has been subject to an armed robbery this year so far. August 21st, July 25th, May 21st, and January 8th. And I looked back on our records, and the last time we reported on an armed robbery in that Royal Farms was back in August of 2013, so I'm not sure what's happening there. Kimberly Champagne, 48 of Gambrills, will spend 90 days in jail after she copped an Alford Plea for stealing thousands of dollars from the Waugh Chapel Swim Club. Now, an Alford Plea is not an admission of guilt. She maintained her innocence. However, she did admit that they likely had enough evidence to convict her. She was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but the judge suspended all but 90 days of that. And she was accused of using the swim club's credit card to buy more than 480 items from Amazon and stores between June of 2016 and December 2017 for her personal use. Between the clothing, makeup, hair products, Christmas decoration, kids' toys, clothing, computer tablets, and everything, the total came to nearly $12,000. The judge did also order full restitution to the swim club on that. Yesterday afternoon, the Maryland State Police put out a bulletin, and they're changing something up, and I'm not sure what this means, but if you carry a gun, this is probably going to be of interest to you. They have announced that the application process for a Maryland wear and carry permit will be transitioned from a handwritten paper application to an online licensing portal. That all begins on October 1st. Paper wear and carry permit applications postmarked or hand-delivered on or before September 30th of 2019 will be accepted and will be processed per the current procedures. Paper wear and carry applications submitted on or after October 1st will not be accepted and will be returned to the applicant with instructions on how to apply. If this is of interest to you, or if this applies to you, you can get more information at mdsp.maryland.gov. I know next to nothing about guns, so you're on your own there. Hey, some good news about Maryland. We're kind of a happy state. Our friends over at Wallet Hub did a study on the happiest states in the country, and they looked at 31 different metrics ranging from depression rate to job satisfaction to separation and divorce rates, and they came up with a score. No surprises, Hawaii is the happiest state. I mean, who wouldn't be happy in Hawaii? Some of the other top states were Utah, number 2, Minnesota, California, New Jersey, number 5, which is somewhat surprising, Idaho, Massachusetts, number 7, and Maryland came in 8th. We are the 8th happiest state in the country. Who came in dead last? Well, probably not much of a surprise. That was West Virginia. Picking some other non-surprising states in the bottom 10, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alaska, Alabama, and Kentucky. Hey, I did want to give a congrats to Roger Ziegler. He was the winner of our Ticket Tuesday tickets yesterday, and he is going to see the Dirty Grass Players. That's at the Ram's Head on stage this Saturday night. And remember, you want to listen to us every day, but in particular on Tuesdays, because we're always giving away sweet tickets to shows at the Ram's Head on Ticket Tuesday. All right, that does wrap it up for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Click on that first link in the show notes, find out all the different ways that you can connect with us and we can connect with you, and give us a rating or a review if you're someplace where you can do that. Other than that, hang tight. We have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and he is coming up in just 1 minute.
September 28th, the second annual Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, food, and arts festival presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines. There's music all day starring the Groove Spot Band along with the Naptown Brass Band and Vertigo Red. Watch the Plein Air Painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org. That's TWISTANDSTOUT.org. September 28th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park. Noon till 6. Tickets at twistandstout.org. Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, September 11th. Yesterday was great with plenty of sunshine and highs in the upper 70s to mid-80s, but today will feel much more like midsummer with highs in the upper 80s to maybe even lower 90s. More of the same Thursday before a frontal boundary moves through from the west, helping to push temps back down into the low to mid-80s on Friday before a very nice weekend ahead with sunshine and highs in the mid-80s or so both Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Suicide prevention starts with everyday heroes like you. Join us Saturday, September 21st at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium in Annapolis as we walk to fight suicide. Be a part of the movement turning hope into action. Funds raised will benefit the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Annapolis. Together, we can help stop suicide. Go to afsp.org/Annapolis.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.